All right, here we are live. And just before I even do this, I am going to take my phone and put it on silent. So if you're looking for me right now, sorry, can't get a hold of me because I'm going to be doing what I'm doing right now. So probably wondering why I'm coming on. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Damian Forrester. I'm a real estate broker here in Billings, Montana with eXp Realty. Going on 20 years right now. Really excited about that and what the future holds for me as well as the people that I work with. So what is this video about? This is a video about our market in Billings, Montana. I'm doing this, so of course, it's good learning for me, right? I do this almost every day, and it's always good as a prepared realtor to know their market. So when someone asks you how the market's doing, or do you know if anything is going on in a certain subdivision, I got that answer. In this particular case, it's the first time I'm doing this. I'm going to give you numbers. I'm not going to give you formulas. I'm not going to give you detailed explanations on how we got the math on this. I'm just going to give you raw numbers. And what I eventually want you to do is ask questions in this feed below. This is going to be on Instagram. It's going to be on Facebook, everywhere, at least on my social media feeds. What this information is that I'm presenting to you is from January 1st of 2025 to today, March 27th, 2025. And I'm going to do this at the end of every quarter so you have an idea of where the market is going, for you to make your assumptions and for you to eventually ask me questions if there's anything you need to know about any particular market area within Billings, Montana. So what are we going to do? I'm going to give you the active counts, contingent, pending, closed counts, the agent count, and other information that, once again, I'm going to ask you to make the assumptions, not me, but I eventually want to answer the questions, those very hard questions, and have others learn and understand. So there's no stupid questions. If you need to know what particular things are, please go ahead and put it down below. I am getting this information from the Billings Association of Realtors, MLS. It's the multiple listing system or service, whatever you want to call it. It is where all the realtors focus and put all their listings in the system. Once those listings go contingent, meaning that it's under contract, and there are certain contingencies like inspection, insurance, title, and appraisal contingencies that have to be met. It could be any other contingency like a home has to get sold. Those are contingencies. Anything that has to do with a date and a time. In Montana, it's by 5 p.m. that date that contingency has to be completed for the buyer or the seller. What we're going to do right now is take a look in our system. I mean, this is real life. We're going to jump in here. I'm going to show you the actual numbers to date. So let's start with that. So if you look at the bottom of my screen right now, it shows here there are currently to date, March 27th, 767 matches, which means that are currently active in our market right now for sale in the Billings Association of Realtors. Here's the thing. It's not just in Billings, Montana, but I'm going to click this button, this link right here for map. As you can see right now, it focuses on the map in, Billings. Here's Billings proper. This is all Billings right now. Lockwood's right here. The Heights in Billings is right here. This is downtown Billings. Start talking about the west of Billings. But as you can see right here, it says 404 of 768 listings. If we were to zoom out, you can see where all those listings are. There are agents in separate MLSs. There are about 4 MLSs in the state of Montana, and there are other agents within Billings, as well as, like, say, Whitefish, that actually put their listings in Billings MLS. If we were to zoom out like I'm doing right now, you'll see there's actually 695 listings in Billings proper. And when I say Billings proper, I mean the Billings MLS. I count like from Red Lodge to Roundup, Big Timber to probably Miles City and beyond. So we're gonna go and dig a little deeper on this. If we were to actually look in the Billings proper area, and we're gonna get more details, there's about 500 plus listings. Actually, a lot more than that, 600 plus. We just mentioned that earlier. But we're gonna dig a little deeper. We're gonna go back and take a look at how many listings are currently contingent right now. Currently under contract this year, we're going to go from January. So January 1st to March 27th. Okay, that doesn't come out right, so we're going to change that. Make sure it looks there. I'm going to copy so I don't have to replace. Keep typing that in. It shows there's 299 homes that are currently contingent in the Billings MLS. Okay, and that was out of 768. Once again, contingent means that it is before closing. So there's some contingencies that have to be met before closing. Let's now go to pending. I think this is going to be skewed a little bit. Pending 47, which means those homes that went from contingent, now we're getting ready to close. All we have to do is the appraisal's done, inspection's done, insurance contingency, title, and all the other contingencies are done. We're just waiting to close at this point. Now, I think this number at 47 is skewed. And what I mean by that, and I'm guilty of it myself, I'm slapping my hand right now, but there are a lot of realtors that don't take the time to go and update the listing from contingent to pending. Once again, I'm guilty. So I think this number is a little bit skewed. So out of those homes that are contingent and pending, we have probably a total of 346 homes. So that is about half of the homes since the beginning of this year that went under contract. Once again, back to 768 homes. Now what we're going to look at real quick is the sold homes. Okay. To date, how many homes have sold in our MLS? That number is 438 homes that have sold in our MLS. Now, there's a lot of you, if you're on that spectrum of, I love to do the math on this. I'm not going to do the math. I'm going to have you do the math, and please feel free to comment below on what you get out of this. Okay. I can do days on market. I can do how many homes that are going to be, how many homes are available for the next couple of months. I'm not going to go into that right now. I want to keep it really simple. You do the math, come back to me and let me know. So let's look at this just a little further. All right. There are, once again, a total of 768 homes in the market. Can anybody guess how many realtors there are in the state in our MLS right now? Okay. There are just probably around 1,300 agents in the Billings, Montana Association of Realtors. 1,300 agents, only 768 homes on the market, only a total of 346 that are currently under contract. What does that tell you? Once again, I'm not going to throw my opinion out there right now. I want you to determine what that really means. Okay, so that's kind of crazy. All right, let's take a look at the average sales for this year. Okay, so if I were to go to results, I am going to select all. So all is checked, and we're going to do this thing called a quick CMA. And here are the numbers. Here are some numbers right now. So here we are. All right, let's take a look at this. These numbers are showing that the average, all right, the average home sale currently right now, based on these 438 listings that have been sold, our current average price range as of March 27 is $409,000. Okay, there's the median. I'm going to go with the average. A lot of people, that's what they use. I like using the median, to tell you the truth. I'm not going to give you my opinion yet. If you ask that question below, I'll tell you why. $409,000 is the average home price in Billings as of March 27th right now. I did some math and I asked ChatGPT, based on the average, price of a home right now in Montana. I said, what would the average person have to make in income in Billings, Montana, if the average price is $409,000 with today's interest rate? Now, mind you, a lot of this is going to be estimates and assumptions. So we're assuming $409,000. Down payment on average for a conventional loan is 5%. We're using the loan amount of $388,000. Interest rate, give or take 7%. 30-year term. Monthly property taxes average, which is about 1.2, is $300. Insurance estimated a month about $100, blah, 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 blah. And it calculates and does the math for me. And it's telling me here that an income needed to purchase a home is an average salary of $61,000. It then gave me some information on estimated salaries of managers of 113, healthcare 101, and food prep, which I think is more of the average of Billings, Montana, to try and purchase a home is about $30,000. I'm really taking a look at that number because I know Billings is a very local blue collar type town. There's only the 20% that can make that type of money here in Billings, Montana. Not that those others can't, but they can. But I'm looking at, if you wanted to purchase a home right now, you're looking at least two people to get together and purchase a home. I think that's the only assumption I'm going to make here. The rest, I'm going to leave that up to you with the math that I just gave you and the numbers. I hope this information is very useful and successful, and you can use it to help yourself and help others to look into purchasing a home. If you have any questions regarding, what I'm talking about here, where I got my numbers, purchasing a home, selling a home in Billings, Montana, please, 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 please don't hesitate to give myself and my team a call. Damian Forrester. My number is 406-697-3282 if you want to get a hold of me directly. If I don't pick up, just know that I'm helping serving other individuals within our state as well as Billings, Montana to learn, grow, and thrive within this business if it's either realtors or buyers or sellers. So keep me in mind. Love to help and support you and your family. I've been dealing a lot with relocation here in Billings, Montana. So check out my YouTube site to get some great information. And I'll be back here in 3 months to see and start comparing these numbers that I have regarding our Billings, Montana. All right, take care, guys. Smash that like button. Please share this information that you feel that it may help others to understand our market here in Billings, Montana. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.